Put it in the chat. How are you feeling, guys? Yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling in the chat. What are you drinking? I'm feeling really good. I just saw my little niece. She was born a few days ago and she is absolutely adorable, so beautiful. So I spent a couple of hours with her, which is why I ended up having to move the initial time for the live. So I apologize, guys, but I was just having a good time with her, and I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Let me just stay an extra hour. But yeah, thank you guys for still joining in despite the change of time. Um, for a drink, I'm having a healthy energy drink, which is called apple raspberry um with matcha green tea as well. So it should hopefully help me focus better. As opposed to being as tired as I was last night with you guys. So, yeah. So that's what I'm drinking. Let me know what you guys are drinking in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you're drinking and how you guys are feeling. Whilst we do that, I'm just going to give you guys some time to come in. Let me know how you guys are feeling and let me know what you're drinking. Okay, let me just see some of the chats coming in. Good evening. I hope Nell knocks some sense into Tisha. Yes, I feel like it would be nice for a change. It would be nice for a change. We do have quite a bit to talk about. We're going to dissect the Love and Marriage Huntsville trailer because I just feel like, yeah, why not? We're also going to talk a little bit about Glenn calling Amanda from Bell Collective a clout chaser. And to be honest, a lot of people nowadays, I feel like a lot of people that watch my content don't necessarily watch Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore, even if I'm sure we can still have some fun dragging these people as much as possible. So that is fine. Everyone say hi to Tommy. Tommy is our beautiful mod. So please say hi to Tommy. Tommy, how are you? What are you drinking tonight? What is on the menu? Have you had dinner? What are you drinking? Okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. Okay, let's start with the Love and Marriage Huntsville trailer. So give me a second, guys, just because I didn't have enough time to get everything set up. I got home literally less than 5 minutes before the live started. So I ran upstairs straight to my laptop, and here we are. So bear with me whilst I get this out. Okay, we are here. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, let me make sure I can even hear it. Okay, all right, let's go.
To spilling hot tea.
Okay, Miss Nell, first of all, like, I think Miss Nell is a very beautiful woman. I think that I stand on it. I will always feel like she is a stunning looking woman, but I absolutely hate this makeup on her. I don't know who did this. Whoever did this, please don't do this to her again. If she did it herself, please don't do this to yourself again. Those eyebrows are hideous. And she is a stunning woman. Do you remember when she came on live one time and she had no makeup on and she looked absolutely beautiful? That is what I want to see. Like, I just wish that she would do less of this and more of that, where she looks absolutely stunning. So please, whoever did her makeup did her dirty. And if she's the one that did it herself, she needs to get someone else to do it next time. So Tommy is having cold Ribena for strength, but currently having dinner. Oh, fair enough. I miss having Ribena actually. It's been a while. But what are you having for dinner? Let us know. What are you having? Did you make it? What's that looking like? Also, now that you said dinner, I just remembered I haven't had dinner, but it's fine. I'm not even hungry anyway. All right, let's go.
Sometimes you spill it on yourself.
Did you guys pick that? So sometimes when you're trying to spill tea, you spill it on yourself. Who is he trying to refer to? That is interesting.
Huntsville drama continues.
Y'all trying to make it something it's not. She's giving me bad energy.
Ooh. Ooh. Did you see that? I'm going to play it a few times.
Girl, I'm coming back to Huntsville.
So then it looks like Nell and Wanda are going at it. Craziness.
I don't like her.
Every Saturday night.
It wasn't communicated to me that I was supposed to have sex 2 or 3 times a day.
It looks like we're gonna
what?
Are we still talking about sex? How many seasons has it been? Why are we recycling storylines? Like, come on. Seriously.
Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Like, what are we doing? I'm going to play it again because I want to make sure we all got it. And then I'm going to pause it a little bit more so we can talk about it.
Episodes. Saturday, November 15th, 8.
Okay. Let's start again.
spilling hot tea.
Now, did you guys pick up what Marceau is saying? Do you think he was trying to come at here for hot tea? But okay, let's play that again.
Sometimes you spill it on yourself.
When you're trying to spill hot tea, sometimes you end up spilling it on yourself. Like, I'm like, you guys know Marceau be in the YouTube streets. This is why I'm wondering if he is low-key trying to shade here for hot tea. That's where things get a little bit tricky. Is he trying to shade here for hot tea, or is it just like, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Super said, I saw the trailer. I cannot believe Kimmy is back to talking about her libido. This is the thing. I honestly cannot believe it. And I feel like maybe Marceau knows, maybe Maurice knows that something about his infidelity is going to come up soon. And he's trying to save face by saying that his wife is not satisfying him. Because that's the only explanation for why they keep bringing this libido story up. Because why we didn't like it the first time. Why is it a conversation again? I just don't get it. Why is it a conversation for the 11th time? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's play it again. And then I will stop it in between a little bit more so we can know and talk about it a little bit more.
The Huntsville drama continues.
Y'all trying to make it something it's not.
So it looks like Tisha and Nell are going at it. Nell feels like you're trying to make it into something that it is not. To be honest, I'm not surprised that Nell and Tisha don't get along. I feel like Tisha probably feels like Nell is almost like Miss Wanda. And sometimes you can't get along with people that bring out something that was. I'm not trying to say that Wanda was traumatic, but I can imagine living with Wanda was not the easiest for Tisha, right? And having to deal with Wanda. So I don't know if that's the reason Tisha does not really see it for now, because for some reason it feels like they're always clashing about something. And we also know Tisha gets liquid courage. So who knows what has happened? Maybe she got some liquid courage. And I think it's obvious that Tisha is trying to be the new it girl on the show. Now, is that going to work? No, I don't think she really has the personality for it. I don't think she's interesting enough for it. I think Marceau is interesting. Aside him, I don't find anyone else on that show interested. I think Miss Nell isn't bad sometimes, but for the most part, like, I don't find I don't find Tisha that interesting. Super has a different perspective. So you think Marceau is talking about Martel when he was talking about when you tried to spill the tea and you spill. Oh, interesting. You may be right, you know. I didn't even think about it like that because you're right. Martel was trying to spill the tea, and then everyone ended up looking at Martel like, "Are you silly? Like, what did you do in Vegas? You're talking about what everyone else did in Vegas, but what did you do in Vegas?" And to be fair, everyone felt like it didn't go well. The whole exposure didn't go well at all. So yeah, that is very, very odd. But yeah, you might be right, actually. Super, I think you're right. I think you're right. That fits even more, much better than the idea that it may have been here for hot tea. Okay.
She's giving me bad energy.
Ooh, girl, I'm coming back to.
So Wanda is coming back to Huntsville. I think we already knew she was back in Huntsville with the way she was running her mouth everywhere. I think it is obvious that she is back in Huntsville, but of course they had to kind of try to introduce her on the show here.
Huntsville.
Are we surprised that Nell and Tisha's mom are going at it? Nell and Wanda are going at it. Are we surprised? I personally am not surprised. I can definitely see that. I feel like we said, Wanda is always jumping into things that don't necessarily concern her as long as it has something to do with her daughter. So I suspect that Wanda heard that Miss Neil and Tisha aren't on good terms, and Wanda decided to step in there. And this is what I don't like about the Scots and the dynamic they have on the show. I feel like there are too many of the Scots and too many alliances. And I think that's one of the things that breaks shows. So the fact that like Tisha and Kimmy clearly have an alliance, the fact that of course Marceau and Maurice and Tisha and Kimmy, and then add Wanda to the mix, it feels like it's everyone versus them, which I think can get really, really problematic because it's like, how is it that there's a bunch of people on the show, but then 5 out of the people on the show are related or have some sort of, yeah, they're related basically. It doesn't make any sense, right? And then if you think about the rest of them, Destiny has an alliance with Tisha, which means she has an alliance with the Scots, right? Which makes it even worse. So now it's like 6 people, and then the other people left would be Nell, Chris, Ken, and Trish, right? Those would be the only people that don't necessarily have, I guess, some sort of alliance or seem to have some sort of alliance with the Scots, which means they're on their own and probably easy targets. If you think about Trish, Trish can barely open her mouth. So I don't think it makes sense to be going back and forth with Trish. Like, what would you go back and forth about? Right? And so the next best thing, or the only person that they can truly go after, would be Nell. Now, do I feel bad for Nell? No, because I feel like she saw how they came at Melody, and then she had the opportunity to stand by her friend and still jumped in. Right? So, yeah, I personally don't have any empathy for her. I'm just like, yeah, nah. You put yourself in that situation. Do better. So Tommy is saying we have 43 likes. Please hit that like button if you haven't. Yes, please. You have heard that. Please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Let's get the likes up to 50, please. Thank you. I need them to shake it up. They need to remove some people so the alliances shift. If I were Carlos, the first thing I would do is I would tell Marceau and Maurice, and there can only be one of you as the main cast. The next person is going to be a friend of. That's it. A friend of will barely be seen. You will be seen every once in a while. And if I had to vote, I will vote for Marceau and Tisha to remain on the show. I say that because Tisha is problematic enough to cause some rifts, and Marceau is interesting enough to carry them. Between Kimi and Maurice, none of them are interesting enough to me. So if I had to choose between one of them, I would chuck these, well, Kimi Scott and Maurice off the show. And then that way, that would reduce the alliances. If two people leave and it's Kimi and Maurice, then that will leave 3 people left in the alliance, in the as in 3 people from the Scots, right, including Wanda. I guess they can decide to keep Wanda or leave Wanda. It wouldn't make much of a difference. Wanda would be a friend of, as such, so she shouldn't have that much impact or have that many scenes. Then I think there would be a better balance on the show, and it would be less chaotic. The show would be more seamless. So I feel like I wish that they would actually make these changes, because I feel like if they don't make these changes, then we're going to see the same thing over and over again. We're going to continue to see recycled storylines. Nobody wants to be seeing no recycled storylines. At some point, it gets tiring. It's like we're seeing the same thing over and over again. That show is boring. You are not wrong. The show definitely is boring. It is, yeah, it definitely comes across as boring. Absolutely. They really have nothing going on in their lives. Absolutely, I agree. I think if they did, there would be a lot more conversations. There would be a lot more scenes about something different. Like, it's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Give us something, right? It's just like, but it just feels like nothing, nothing, nothing new, right? Like, I thought that, okay, you said some people didn't like Melody. Okay, now Melody is gone. Revamp the show. Melody is gone now. Revamp the show. But it's like, still they can't revamp the show. Still, you can't make the show worth watching. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it, so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.